Now, time for the riff. Wildwood used to be known as a lovely summer vacation beach resort down in South New Jersey. No more. It'll be forever known as a place where Donald Trump drew 100,000 people at a rally this past Saturday, which is a record rally in the history of the state of New York. Formerly, the state political record for rallies was 11 people. Well, that was a joke, just a joke, just kidding. Sort of. But President Trump carrying New Jersey this November 5th is no joke. Recall that in the 2021 governor's race against incumbent Phil Murphy, the GOP candidate lost by only 3 percentage points. His name was Jack Ciattarelli. Nobody ever heard of him. He was an obscure former state assemblyman. His biggest campaign issue was opposition to the COVID statewide shutdowns. Basically, it was a protest vote against Governor Murphy. But the point is, 100,000 Trump supporters in a beach rally in Wildwood should be a warning to Joe Biden that Donald Trump could conceivably carry red New Jersey. Trump wowed the folks with his issues, all right, sealing the border, stopping the invasion, and the sanctuary cities like Newark and Philadelphia, drill, baby, drill, tax cuts, stop the inflation, business red tape deregulation, law and order, Biden Democrats' anti-Semitism, Trump's strong support of Israel, and a strong America first around the world. Could Trump carry New Jersey? Of course he could. The Wildwood rally officially put New Jersey in play. And that's not the only blue state. Take a listen to President Trump in the Wildwood rally.
As you can see today, we're expanding the electoral map because we are going to officially play in the state of New Jersey. We're going to win the state of New Jersey. We're also looking really great in the state of Minnesota, which hasn't been won since 1952, and we're leading in the polls, and the state of Virginia.
All right. An updated New York Times Siena poll shows Trump leading Biden in 5 of the swing states. Of course, these are polls, not votes. But it is interesting that the former president is maintaining his lead and appears to be expanding his electoral map base. Next thing you know, he's going to put New York State completely in play. After successful visits to the Harlem bodegas, Midtown construction workers, the New York Fire Department, can't you just see it? A 75,000-person Trump rally in Yankee Stadium. Maybe 25,000 people in Madison Square Garden. It'll drive AOC and her followers crazy. The state will have to spend more money on mental health facilities just to accommodate the left-wing casualties from gigantic Trump rallies in socialist blue New York. And what's so interesting in all this is not only is Biden projecting weakness everywhere in contrast to Mr. Trump's enormous strength, but the Biden lawfare jihad against Trump hasn't moved the needle one bit. In fact, it may have undoubtedly backfired, just like Bidenomics and the rest of his policies. Even the latest rumor mill, off the charts. Now the Dems are thinking about a virtual DNC convention in Chicago, just like the COVID convention in 2020. I know it's only May. It's about 6 months before the election. But Democrats look like they're running scared from just about everybody and everything. And that's a riff.